Okay, let's start. Have you started the recording? Have you started the recording? The recording. No. Oh, okay. All right. Let's start. All right. So today we'll be looking at how to create um, a steady area map. So at the beginning of this training section, we looked at scenario where your supervisor gives you an assignment or gives you a paper to work on, where you are supposed to look at how land cover change affects temperature and other climatic variables or other land use variables. So first we looked at how to get the images from various sources, which we later looked at how to pre-process those images. So you get your data, and then another methodology, you state how you pre-process the images, where we introduced you to the concept of calibration, which is part of the pre-processing stage, gap filling, subsetting, layer stacking, um, yeah, subsetting via region of interest, among the likes, which we went to do calibration, which we trained the sites, and then we use maximum likelihood classification to arrive at classifying the image based on the features we found. So we later went ahead to extract the statistics for the temporal analysis, and then we did change detection statistics analysis just to see how one feature is eating into the other. And then we went on to draw and to compose maps of the two scenarios. That's 1993 and then 1991 and then 2021. And then we looked at how the landscape has changed across time, where we realized that the most land feature which tends to amplify or which tends to increase was the built-up. So from there, we transited to the temperature analysis, where we obtained the thermal bands. That's band 6, right? Where we obtained the thermal bands, and then we got the temperature for the various years. So first we looked at how to get the temperature bands by performing radiance calibration, where we converted the digital number or the DA number to radians, and then later went ahead to calculate for the Kelvin, and we obtained the degree Celsius by subtracting 273.15 from the values we got for the Kelvin. And then we moved to calculate some land indices, such as vegetation indices, where we did NDVI, that's normalized difference vegetation index. And then we did normalized difference water index, just to see how these vegetation and water indices have increased or decreased across time. So now we are done with our methodology based on the scenarios we're working on. And then mostly when you are writing a paper, you start mostly from, we have the title, the abstract is mostly at the end, but the general format only asks us to send it to the second. Then from there you go to the introduction, where you are going to talk about, give a brief overview of the phenomenon you are working on, or the phenomenon under study, where you look at it from global perspective, move to continental, regional, local, and then you state the problem, the research gaps, where what literatures are saying and what is missing, and what you are trying to contribute to the society, whether you are looking at the scientific society or the social science society. Then you state your novelty, then you go on to your objectives, and then you go to your methodology, which we did some few weeks ago. So now, in under the methodology, you have your study area and data, right? So today I'm going to create a study area map of the Accra metropolitan area. So by the end of today, you'll be able to create your own maps. You become experts in map creation, and then probably apply it to your work. Since most of us are masters and PhD students or PhD candidates, you'll be able to apply it to your work. So today, that's what we are going to do. So you can launch your ArcMap, then we start working on on how to create a steady area map, a simple steady area map for your work. And then research is also more of some part of research is quite static. So no matter the discipline that you are in, whether you are in the engineering, you are in the sciences or the social sciences, the format still remains the same. So just that is a methodology that sometimes differs a bit. So someone in the business sector might use a different method from someone in the engineering sector or methodology center, which basically, but it follows the same format. It follows the same general format. So first, we are you ready for us to begin today? Are you ready? Okay. So first, let's load in the study area. No, AMA shapefile. The AMA shapefile. So let's load the AMA shapefile. Just the shapefile. Just the shapefile. All right. So we are just loading the AMA shapefile like this. You all have the shapefile, right? You all have the shapefile. So just load it like this. So basically, this is our study area, and we want to create a map of the study area for the paper we are going to publish. Okay. So you load in this shapefile. Are we all having this shapefile? Okay. So can we continue? All right. For me, when I'm doing a study area map, I like using more of a blank study area, okay? And I like deepening the borders of the study area. Okay, you can choose to do that or not, it's fine. Okay, so I'll just go to the table of contents, and I'll click on the icon here, this icon. I'll just click on this icon. Okay, this icon. So I'll click on it, and then probably I'll choose. I like using hollow, and then I like increasing the outline to 2. Okay, but you can choose to leave it like that, it's fine. So it appears something like this. Okay, so normally when you read a paper, what are some of the components you see on the maps? Those who have been reading papers, what are some of the components you see on the maps? Okay. Okay, you see the legend, yeah, you see the legend. And then what? The lines and points, yeah. Okay, so what if you say lines and points, what are you referring to? What are the points and what are the lines? Roads, yeah, roads. Okay. Okay, so more of cities or towns, yeah. So lines can be also river or railway lines or anything, yeah. So that's also true. So let's add a point, okay. So normally we use points to depict towns or cities, okay. So we are going to add points to it, okay. In the folder I shared, those who downloaded it, in the folder I shared, there is a folder called GIS data, okay. There's a folder called GIS data. Let me go to that. Okay, so let me share the shapefile to you. Let me share the shapefile to you. I'm sharing all the shape files to you again, so that those who don't have it can use it. Finish around. Okay. So let me use some 2 minutes to share the files to you, the data, so that we continue. IMSA. Okay, I'm sharing all the files we'll be needing, like all the data, so you can download it. Okay, so I think I've shared all the data that we'll be needing, so you can download it, and then we continue. Okay, let me add reverse to it. Okay, I think I'm still adding the roads. But are we down under the towns? I think the towns is quite small. Wetlands. Okay, okay. So we can still go ahead. When we are done, we come back to the roads. All right. So you can extract the towns first. You can extract the towns first. So let's extract the towns first. Are you done extracting the towns? Are you done extracting the towns? Okay, so let's add it, right? So we add the data by clicking on add data. Okay, then we navigate to where we extracted the towns. Okay, so you navigate to wherever you extract the towns. So mine would be in my computer, and then okay. All right, so when I load the town, it becomes like this. It becomes something like this.
So town shapes.
Yeah, towns, yeah.
Town dot shape.
Yeah, town dot shape. You select the town dot shapes, yeah. I'm loading the towns again. I'm loading the towns again. So you go to add data, you navigate to wherever you saved the towns, and you choose the one with the town shape, right? The town shape, this one. You choose the one with the town shape, this one. Okay, you choose that one. So when you're done choosing that one, you just click on add. You click on add. So when you click on add, you are going to get, some of you might get something like this. It's just giving you the information about the projections. So you can just close it. Okay, so you can see that it has displayed the towns, okay, on the map. Are we all there, or I should go over again? Should I go over again? Should I go over again? Or I should continue? Okay. All right. The problem is that we just want towns which lies within the boundaries, okay? We just want towns within the boundaries. We don't want the ones outside, okay? We don't want the one outside. So there is a tool called clip, okay? So clipping is basically the process of selecting points or towns within the boundaries of your study area, okay? All right, so when you perform clipping, it only selects points within your study area, okay? And then the ones which are not within your study area, it ignores them, okay? So you might realize that when you are done with the clipping, it gives your points within the boundaries different symbology or colors from the ones outside your boundaries, okay? So to do clipping, there is the shortcut and then the long cut, okay? So for the shortcuts, you can either search, okay? You can either search, use the search bar to search, okay? Or you can just go to geoprocessing, okay? Should I start again? It seems most of you are lost. That's why you are talking. Okay, sure. Let me start again. I was saying that when you are done importing your shapefile, okay, you select add data, you navigate to where you saved your extracted GH towns, okay? So this, okay. Okay, so so mine is saved in my folder, okay? So I've located it. So you see two files in there, right? So you select the first one, the one with .shp, okay? The one with .shp, this one, the first one, okay? You select that one. So when you select that one, then you select add. It adds it to the interface, okay? It adds it to the interface. Are you okay up to this point? Okay, so the next thing is what? We want points within the boundaries of AMA, okay? So we don't want the one outside, okay? So that is where clipping comes inside, where I said clipping is the process of selecting points within your study area, okay? And then ignoring the ones which is outside your study area. Okay, so to do that, you need to use a tool called clipping, okay? So there are various ways of identifying clipping, but I'm just going to teach you just three ways, okay? The first one is in your toolbox, okay? So this toolbox, let me remove this one. There is a red light box in here, okay, at the top here. Okay, so this is your toolbox. Okay, you select that one. As soon as you select it, it displays the toolbox. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I just select it and it displays it at some, because I've pinned it, it's going to appear here. But if you've not pinned it, it's going to appear in your interface of the shapefile. Okay. So you have something like this. Those who have not pinned it, you have something like this. It will be appearing like this, right? Which is also fine. You can choose to drag it and then bring it here or anywhere you want to bring it. Yeah. So another toolbox, there are a lot of tools in there. Okay. Another toolbox, there's a lot of tools in there. Okay. You can locate your clip tool there. Okay, you can locate your clip tool there. Alternatively, there's a tool menu here called geoprocessing. Okay. There's a tool called geoprocessing. When you click on the geoprocessing tool, it displays it displays a drop down. Okay, change my okay. It displays a drop down. Okay, you see clip there. Okay, so there are many ways in locating the clip. Okay, so the first, you can look through the toolbox. I think another toolbox and a data management tools or analysis to one of them. And then geoprocessing is just the second option. Or you can use your search bar. This is the search bar, the search bar, okay. And then you just type clip. When you click on it, it displays and you type clip like this. Okay. So when you type clip and you hit enter, it gives you, or you can click on the search, it gives you the clip, right? It gives you the clip. So there are many ways in locating, but I'm going to use the geoprocessing one. I'll just click on geoprocessing and then I'll select clip. So you click on geoprocessing at the top there and then you select clip. Okay, so initially I was just showing you how to locate the two. Okay, so you click on the second option, which is clip. Okay, you click on it. Okay, so when you click on it, it displays this dialog window, right? It displays this dialog window, which is asking you for your input feature, your clip feature, and then your output class, as well as your XY tolerance. Okay. Should I go over again? Or this is okay? Should I go over again? Okay. So we want the points within the shapefile only. Okay, so to do that, at the top here, there's a tool called geoprocessing. You click on it. Okay, when you click on it, it gives you these options. Okay, you select what? Clip, which is the second option. Okay, you select clip. So as soon as you select clip, it gives you this dialog window. Okay, asking you for what? Input features, for clip features, output feature class, and then XY tolerance. Okay. So under the input features, okay, you are going to select the GH towns under the input features. So you click on this drop down. Okay, so under the input features, you select what? The first one, GH towns. Okay, you select that one. You select GH town. So I'll drop down and I'll select it. So okay. All right, so when you select it, you can see that your input feature is what? GH towns. Okay. So this basically is asking you which data do you want to clip. Okay. So I want to clip the GH towns. Okay. The clip feature is basically asking you which data are you going to clip on. Okay. So I'm clipping on the AMA. Okay. So you select AMA, the second one. Okay. So you can see that in the input feature, we have the GH towns, the clip features, we have the AMA. So this is what we are going to clip, and this is what we are clipping on. Okay. So the output feature class gives you a default location where it's going to save it. Okay, you can leave it at the default, it's fine. Okay, you leave it, don't touch this one. Okay. When you are done, just select OK. For the XY tolerance, it's just optional, okay, and it's not that important, right? So you can just click OK. You can just click OK. Once you click OK, it runs and then it gives you a result where you realize that the points within the boundaries will have a different color or symbology from the points outside the boundary. Should I go over again? Or it's okay? Okay. So it's running, so it will take some minutes. Okay, mine is finished. I don't know about you, but do you see that the point within the boundary has a different color from the point outside the boundary? You saw that, right? And you can see that under your table of contents, you see that there's a new file that has been added. Okay, a new file which is called gh_town_clip. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yeah. So basically, it has only chosen the boundaries, the points within the boundaries of AMA. Okay. So when you are done, you can right click. You can uncheck the one the old GH towns, okay, the one without the clip. So when you uncheck it, you see that we have only the points within AMA. Okay, I just unchecked the old GH towns. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Only 4 points within the AMA. Any question before I go on, or any concern? Are we all on the same page? Is someone lost so far? Okay. The next thing to do is that we see only dots. Okay, we don't know the names. Okay, we don't know the names. Normally towns have names, right? So we are going to add the names to it. Okay, we are going to add the names to the points. Okay, we are going to add the names to the points. Should I go over this one again? Okay. I'm going over again. I'm going over again. Okay, I'm going over again. Initially, I was saying that we want the points within the boundary, okay? So we are going to use the clip tool, okay, to get the points within the boundary, okay? To do that, you go to geoprocessing at the top here. Okay, geoprocessing at the top there, right? This one, this, okay? You click on it, you select the second option, okay? Second option, clip. Okay, so as soon as you select the second option, it gives you this dialog window, okay? It is asking you for the input features. So in the input features, you select GH towns, okay? Like this. Okay, when you click on this drop down, okay, you select GH towns. In the clip features, you select the AMA. Okay, you select the AMA. Okay, so you have something like this. First GH town, second AMA. When you are done, just select OK. Okay, so it runs it, okay, and it gives you a result whereby the colors within the boundaries will be different from the colors outside the boundaries. Okay, so you can see that under the table of content, you have a new shapefile called GH town clip or clip 1. You uncheck the old GH towns. Okay, you uncheck it. So you have only the points within the boundary. Is that okay? Okay. The next thing to do is that we want to add the names. We don't know the names of this town. We don't know the names of this town. We don't know the names of that town and that. Okay, so we want to add the names of the town. Okay. So to add the names of the town, under the table of content, which is this, okay, you right-click on the GH towns _ clip. You right-click on the GH towns _ clip. And under it, the last option is properties. Okay, so you select properties. So I'll right-click, okay, and then I'll go for the last option down here, which is called properties. Okay, so I'm right-clicking, and then I'll select what? Properties. Okay, I'm repeating again. We want to show the names. We don't know the name of this town. We don't know the name of that town and the rest. Okay, so for us to bring or for us to show the names, we need to what? Go to the table of contents, right-click on the GH town _ clip, navigate to the last option, which is properties. Okay, then I'll select that one. So it displays this dialog window, right? It displays this dialog window. And you see under the menus, there's something called labels. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th option. Okay. There's something called labels. You select that one. You select that one, which displays this. Okay, so first you right-click on the shapefile, you go to properties, and at properties you select labels, okay, which displays the label information. Okay, so you can see that we have what label features in this layer. Okay, check that one, click on that one, label features on this layer, or in this layer, this one. You check it like this. Okay, you check labels, label the features in this layer. Okay, now you can see that after that you see that the label field is what? Town names. Okay, normally if you don't see town names here, okay, you can just go to the drop down and then select town names, because some shapefile has a lot of what? Attribute tables. Okay, it has a lot of attribute tables. So you select the town names, which is the default. Okay, which is the default. You can choose to play around with this, but it's fine. You can choose to play around with this. You can choose to bold and italize if you want to. Okay. All right. So as soon as you click on apply, you can see that it displays what? The town names in there, right? It displays the town names in there. It displays the town names in there. So when you are done, just click OK. So you can see that we have the town names being displayed in there. Should I go over again? Or this one is okay? Should I go over again? Okay, I think you're okay. Can we go on, or I should go over again? Okay, so now, let's say you don't want this type of colors. Okay, maybe you have, you want to use a specific color, or you want to use a specific symbol. Okay, if you want to use a specific symbol, when you go to the table of content, you see that this icon is there. Okay, you can click on the icon to change the icon, or you could to change the symbology. Okay, so for instance, if I click on the icon, I can choose to use any of these. Okay, any of these icons. Okay, as my towns. Okay, so for instance, if I want to use something like this, okay, I want to use something like this, I can choose to use it. And if I want to decrease it, I can choose to decrease it. Okay, if I want to change the color, I can choose to change the color and use any color I want. Okay, you can choose any color you want, and you click OK. So you can see that it has changed the symbologies, or the symbols of what? Of the towns. Any questions so far? Okay, so what's the problem? Okay. Someone is saying again. Should I repeat again? Okay, you choose caption. Okay. Oh, okay. So you choose caption. Caption, yeah. Okay, I think some. Okay, I think some of you are having different towns from mine, right? So normally yours is going to be caption. You select caption instead. Okay, I think I was using a different listing. Let me remove this one. Let me remove this one. Let me just bring the one I sent to you right now. Okay, I think the rules are done, so you can download the rules. You can download the rules and then the wetlands as well. Okay. All right, so I'm going over again. So I was saying that, let me uncheck the towns. Let me pick the default points. I was having a different, okay. Yeah, so I was saying that if you want to change, if you want to bring the names of the towns, okay, under here, okay, under the table of contents, okay, you right click on the GA towns clip, okay, the GA towns underscore clip. You go to properties, okay, you go to properties. Under properties, you select label this feature, okay, label features, okay, you select that one. I'm just repeating the steps, okay. And then under here, that's the label field. Some of you might have caption there. You select that caption, okay. But if you have town names, you select town names, okay. And then you click on apply, okay. So it displays the names, okay. If you want to change the icon, okay. For instance, if you want to change the icon, you can click on the icon just below the GA Towns clip to change it. Okay, so you just click on it and it gives you a lot of options. You can select any of them. Okay, for instance, if you select this one, you can change the color or you can reduce the size if you want to. Okay, then just click OK. So it gives you something like this. Okay. Are you done downloading the towns, the roads and the wetlands? Which one have you done? Are you done downloading so that we use that one? Is it wetlands or the roads? You are done with the, okay, so please download the roads as well. Now let's add a wetland. So the same process, you go to your add data, you navigate to where you saved the wetlands. That's where you extracted the wetlands. Okay, you extracted the wetlands. So mine will be in my folder. The same process that we did. So when you add the wetlands, you see something like this, right? When you add the wetlands, something. Alternative, you can just go to the folder. You can just go to the folder, hold it and drag it into the ArcMap if you want to. Okay, you can just, alternative, you can do that, it's fine. So do you have something like this in the wetlands? Do you have something like this when you load the wetlands? So you see something like this when you load the wetlands. Okay, so this time too, we just want the ones within the boundaries. Okay, see that there are some outside the boundaries. So these are wetlands. Okay, they are basically part of water bodies. Okay. Is anyone having a challenge so far? Is anyone having a challenge so far? So you need to load the wetlands. So once you load the wetlands, you see this there. Okay, you see that wetland is added like this in there. So you have wetlands loaded in there. You can just drag it into the ArcMap. It's also fine. Are we all on the same page? Is anyone lost so far? Where did you get lost? Where did you get lost so that I go over? Is anyone lost so far? Okay, let's continue since no one is lost so far. So the next thing is to clip the wetlands which is within your boundary. Okay, so the same process. The same process. You are going to click on group processing. Is anyone lost so far? Because it seems the room is quite noisy. If you are lost, just let me know. I just go back and do it again. Is anyone lost so far? All right, so let's continue. After loading the wetlands, same process. You go to geoprocessing. You go to clip. Okay, so in the input feature, of course, you select the wetlands, and then in the clip feature, you select AMA. So please remember the input features wetlands, clip features AMA. When you are done, you click on OK. So just as we did for the towns. So it will run and then give you a different symbology when it's done. The wetlands, the one I sent in the wetlands, the one I sent in the group, wetlands. Yeah, the shapefile, yeah. So you select the wetland.shp, Ghana wetlands. Okay, so you can see that it is done clipping. So if I uncheck the old one, we have what wetlands within this area. Okay, so same process. I'll click on the icon and then change the color. You can choose any of the colors in here. It's fine. So I chose a different color to have the wetland light. If you want to change it, you can also change it again to any color you want. Any color you want. You can also use something like this, which is also fine. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So you can see that we have the wetlands. But in this case, wetlands normally, we are not going to give wetlands names because they are just wetlands or just water bodies. Okay, so you have a rest for 10 minutes, then we continue from here. Rest for 10 minutes, then we continue from here.
Changing
You're changing the.
coordinator.
You're changing the. Oh, okay. So yeah. So for the, you have an NV on your machine, right? The NDVI data. Yeah. So you go to Google and then you type free download Landsat data.
So Landsat for is this.
So this one is Landsat if you want, yeah, Landsat. And then there's a site that you can download NDVI to. So you can so, yeah. Yes. So if so this Landsat 5, right? Okay, so you download any of this Landsat. So normally the NDVI is band 4 minus band 5. So there are bands in here. So you can download any of them depending on your distance, your area, right? Yeah, so you can download. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so you download the ones which are important to your area. Okay, so you can overlay it like this.
And it shifts from my already fixed.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's because now the site has a problem. So normally when you set, it's supposed to. You don't have a mouse. Okay.
Okay, I have little brain.
Okay. Yes. So normally there's a problem with the site. So sometimes it gives you a different area, which
Yeah,
is not
when
good.
I already
Yeah, yeah,
calculate,
yeah.
it shifts.
Yeah, sometimes it shifts. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's from the site. It's not your fault. So you want for the whole Ethiopia, whole of Ethiopia, or some area in Ethiopia.
I have already fixed it.
Okay.
It shifts
Okay.
and
Yeah. So normally you have to go back and do it again. So you have to go back to the search. Where's your search? Okay, up here. You have to go back to the search. Okay. Then you click on the Addis Ababa, this one.
okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
Already I have.
Yeah. So you have to click on it. Okay. When you click on it, before you go to this thing, the results. So now it will give you, yeah, it will fix you. So you have to click on it. So you select only Landsat 4.
This was only.
Okay. So when you go back to the search, you have to look for the data set. And then you see Landsat. You select only one, so you can select all of them. Okay, then you can go to. Yeah. Okay, so the criteria you can, the search criteria. Okay, just use this one. Then you type your type the Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, or Addis Ababa. Okay, and you click on show. Right. Addis Ababa. Okay. Okay, so it has shown. Click on this one. Then you can search for the date range. Okay, you selected already. The cloud,
Yeah, I just.
1 year. Okay, you can. No,
How can I select?
okay, so you can, if you want to see the trend, you can select from which year to which year.
Okay, for example, if I want any year.
20 years. So you can select from the 20 years. You can drop down and then go back as you want. Okay. So if it's 20 years, maybe it's going to be in the 2000s, right? So you can select the 20 years, maybe in the 2000s. Yeah, this thing is shifting. For instance, you can go, yeah, you can go and then you click on 2000. Then it's best you start from January. and then in the end date you can leave it to 2023. Yeah, then you can go to the results. Yeah, so it has a lot. So when you overlay, when you click on this, it overlays to your Addis Ababa area. So you can see when you zoom out, you can see that it's still at Addis Ababa.
And also data land
So these are all answers. These are all answers.
1715.
Okay, so when you're done downloading, before you can see them, you have to download first.
Okay, I have to download all.
No, you download the one you want. Maybe if you want 2,000,
Only
one image, yeah, it's okay. You are doing
is
only,
it?
yeah.
Okay,
So is it only Addis Ababa or all of Ethiopia?
okay. If I want all of it.
Okay, so if you want all of it, it's going to be difficult for you to do it this way. So unless there's a site that has the whole world, so that one you can just do that one instead of using this one. Okay, so that site, I'll give it to Augustine. Augustine will send it to you. So just download. That one is the whole world. The whole world. So only NDVI. You just have to only NDVI for the whole world. This one, you need to calculate first, but that one has been calculated already. So you just have to extract. And it's just NDVI. This one is no. This one I have to calculate. But the other one I'll send it to Augustine. He'll send it to you. That one has been calculated already.
Are you sharing?
Yeah, I'll share. Yeah, the site. Then you download it. Yeah, only NDVI. Yeah, very simple. Yeah, very simple. And because this one you have to calculate it, it's going to be a whole lot of issue. So I'll give you the one which has been calculated already. Then you extract Ethiopia from it. You don't need to do anything, just extract from using ArcMap.
Yeah, because when I try to search out, I have already stopped the giving the NDVI data.
No, this one.
From 20 something years before.
Yes.
2017 something.
Yeah. So the NDVI that I'll give to it contains from 19 or 1980s to 2023. So you have everything there. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll give it to Augustine. So I give it to you. Let's send the NDVI site. You know that I'm not down the NDVI. Okay.
I can't search out. I can't.
Free.
Yeah, the lights are on.
Yeah, because to use
The lights are on.
Yeah, that's good.
So
The free one. So you download free. There's a VPN called FreeGate. That one is free. FreeGate. Okay, I'll send it to Augustine and give it to you. I don't see you. Okay. All right, let's continue. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, the light is
Okay, so now we've loaded our towns. We've loaded our towns and then our wetlands. Okay. So now let's add our roads. Okay. So let's add our roads. So let's add our roads. So the same process, you go to you need to extract your roads and then you bring it in. The same process. All right, so you add your data, you navigate to the roads, and then you add them. So it's the same process that we are repeating, just that this time you are selecting roads. Roads, this time roads, you are choosing the roads. So when you add the roads, you have something like this. When you add the roads, you have something like this. So you go to add data, the same process. You navigate to your folder, and then you select the rows and you add them. So you have something like this as well. So you can realize that the same thing, we have roads outside the AMA. So we need to eliminate these roads. Okay, so the same process. All right, you go to clip again from the geo processing tools, and then you select roads as your input feature. Okay, then you select AMA as your clip feature. Then you click on OK. So when it's done, as usual, it gives you the different color from the ones inside. Okay, so now you can uncheck the old Ghana roads. So you have something like this. Should I repeat the steps? Or this one is okay because it's just a repetition of what we are doing. So you have something like this. Do you all have something like this? All right, so you can choose, as usual, you can choose to change the color of the roads by clicking on the icon, as I did earlier. Yeah, so you can choose any of the roads color that you want, any of the symbol in here. Okay, so for instance, if I want to use this, I can use this or any of the road symbols. Okay. Let me choose residential fit and change it to something like this. Let's see. Okay. If I choose black, it's going to interfere with my boundaries. So, all right. So you have something like this, right? You have something like this. So now we have roads. We have sometimes you can also add rivers, but AMA doesn't have any river. Okay, that's why I added the wetlands to represent water bodies. Okay, the rivers is too scanty for you to see. Okay, so now we have roads, we have towns or cities, we have water bodies. Okay, so depending on the data that you have, you can add as much as you want, but make sure you don't make the map clumsy. You can add railway lines, you can add rivers, you can add forest reserves and those things. But I am going to end it here. Okay, I have added roads, I have added rivers, sorry, water bodies, which is the wetlands, and then the towns. I think this is okay for me. Now you can see that in the table of content, some things are there I don't need. Okay, I only need the clip ones. Okay, so I'm going to remove the ones without the clip, and then I'll leave AMA. Okay, so I don't want my map to be clumsy, so I'm going to remove the ones that I unchecked. So I unchecked the Ghana towns, I also unchecked the Ghana roads, and I unchecked the Ghana wetlands, right? Okay, I just leave the clip and AMA. Okay, so I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3. I'm just removing the old ones. Okay, so I'm removing the Ghana towns, which I don't need. I'm removing the Ghana roads, which I don't need. The wetlands, which I don't need. Okay, so now I'm left with the clip ones. Okay, mind you, anything which appears here will appear on the legend. So I'm going to name this one towns. I'm going to name this one roads, and I'm going to name this one water bodies. Okay. To do that, you click on it, wait for 1 second, and click again. Okay. You click on it, wait for 1 second, you click on it again, and it gives you something like this. You remove it, and then you type towns. Okay. You do same to roads. Click on it 1 second, you click again, and you name it roads. Okay. Same thing. Click on it 1 second, you click again. Then you name this one maybe water bodies or something. So you have towns, roads, water bodies. Alternatively, you can right click, go to properties, and then you can go to general. Then you can change the name here. Okay. So first, shortcut, click, hold on, click. You can change the name, or you can right click, go to properties, go to general, and you can change the name here. Okay, so you can use any of the option, it's fine. So we have towns, roads, water bodies. Is it clear? Can I continue? Or is anyone lost somewhere? Is anyone lost so far? Okay, since we are all on the same page, now we can do our map. We can create our map now. So we've imported all the data and we've done our analysis, or we've clipped. Now we are going to create our map itself. Okay, so to do that, you switch from data view to what? Layout view. Okay, so down here, okay, so you can see that currently down here it's as data view. Okay, you switch to layout view. Just click on the second icon, which is layout view. Down here, you click on the second option. Okay, you click on the second option, which gives you the layout view like this. I'm repeating again. Currently, it's at data view. Okay, when you go down here, you see that it's at data view. You select the second option, which is layout view. Okay, so I'm selecting the second option down there. So you have something like this, which is layout view. I think we did this last week, right? So you can leave it at portrait. Okay, this is at portrait, or you can do landscape. Okay, so I like creating my maps in landscape. So I'll go to file at the top here, as we did last time. Then I'll navigate to page and print setup. Okay. Then I'll change the orientation from portrait to landscape. Then I'll click OK. So I have something like this. I'm repeating the steps again. Under the layout view, I go to file. I navigate to print and page setup. Okay. It opens the page and print setup. Okay. Under page and print setup, you see orientation. I'm switching from portrait to landscape. Okay. Initially it was like this, so I'm just going to landscape. Okay. Then I'll click OK, which broadens my workspace. Okay. So I have something like this, as we did last week. So I'll just arrange this one well. I'll just arrange this one well by bringing it into the space. Mind you, this boundary is your working space. Okay. This boundary is your working space. Okay. Any feature outside your working space will not appear on the map when you export it as JPEG or PDF. So please make sure all your workspace are within the boundaries of this. Okay. Anything beyond will not appear in the map. Okay. So I'm just positioning it well. So let me just position it. Let me leave a space for the latitude and longitude here. Let me expand here a bit, because I'll put my Ghana map here and then other stuff here. So, okay, I can bring this a little bit. You're just orienting it so that I can, okay. All right, so something like this is okay, because I'm going to bring some stuff in here. So when you're done, you just click on zoom to full extent, this icon. Okay, zoom to full extent. Then I'll click on it, so it becomes a little bit bigger. So now the first step is to leave spaces here, okay, so that for the longitude and latitude symbols. The second is towards, normally when you have a steady area map, you project it to Ghana, right? You project it to a country. So if it's China, Ghana, Pakistan, or wherever, you need to bring the map here so that you project your work there. Okay. All right. So I think I left one thing. I need to give you the Ghana district shapefile. Let me send it to you right now. Ghana district shapefile. Let me see if it's this one. Okay, I think let me check first. I'm checking something first. Okay, let me give you the Ghana district shapefile. But I think those who downloaded the distance, I think you have Ghana district shapefile already. Those who downloaded the data when we were sharing this last time. Okay, so please download the one I just posted, the Ghana district shapefile. Please download it so that we continue. I'll give you like 5 minutes to do that, then we continue. I've sent a file into the group. You can download it. Ghana districts. If you already have it, you don't need to download it. But if you don't have it, you can download it. I sent it in the IMSA group right now through the president's account. So I'll give you like 5 minutes to do that, then we continue. No, sorry, I'll give you 2 minutes to do that, then we continue. Two minutes to do that, then we continue. No.
Is the same?
Yeah, it's the same file. You can use that one. So. Okay. Are you done downloading? Okay. Let's continue then. Is anyone still downloading, or you are all done downloading? All right, so if you are done, let's continue. Okay, so the next thing to do is that please switch back to data view. Okay, switch back to data view, this view. Okay, initially we went here, so now we are switching back to where we came from. Okay, now you see insects here, right? You see insects, right? So select on the insects, and then under the insect, you see data frame, this one. Okay, so you click on insects, and then you select data frame. Okay, it opens a new page for you, right? A new page for you, like we did last time. Okay, it opens a new page for you. You see AMA here, right? AMA. You see AMA here, right? Click on it, okay, and drag it to the new interface like this. Just AMA. You click on it, you drag it to the new interface, and you leave it. So you can see that it has appeared in the new interface. Do you see that? All right, I'm repeating the steps again. Let me remove this one. You insert a new data frame, okay? You insert a new data frame, you click on AMA, you hold it, okay, you drag it into the new interface, then you release it like this, right? Now the next thing to do is change the color, okay, to any color you want. I like using red, so red and the outline being red as well, like this. Okay, so you change the color and the outline to red. You can use any color, whether any color you want, whether yellow or anything, okay? But I'm using red. Okay, when you are done, you add your Ghana map, your Ghana district, the one I just sent. So I'm adding my Ghana district. I'm adding my Ghana district to it. Okay, like this. And the Ghana district has a different projection. Okay. What projection is this? GIS 1984. Okay. Okay, I think I sent you the wrong district file. Let me send you another district file. I'm sending you another district file. Use this one instead. Oh, that's because. All right, I'm sending another district file. Please use this. Ignore the first one and use this one instead. Use this one, the one with the 2012. Please download that one because the one I just sent has a different projection, but this one has the same projections. So please download the one I just sent, Ghana District 2012. Yeah, download that one instead. Let me give you like some 1 minute to do that, then we continue. Yeah, the new one. Ghana District 2012. The one with the .shp now. Are you done downloading? All right, let's continue. So let's add that one. So I go to my add data, and then I navigate to that folder. Okay, so you select the Ghana District 2012, the one with .shp, then you add it. All right, so you can see that it has been overlaid on the AMA. Okay, so you change the symbology to hollow. You change the Ghana District symbology to hollow, and you have something like this. You have something like this. Okay, so you change the symbol. I'm doing it again. You go to add data. Okay, you navigate to your Ghana District 2012. You select the one with the .shp. You click on add. Okay, you just click on close when it asks you this. So you can see it has been overlaid on the AMA. So you change the Ghana District color to hollow so that you see the ones inside. So you see that AMA is like this inside. Okay, then you switch back, or we can just zoom to full extent like this. Just zoom to full extent like this. Okay, so you can see that AMA is a little bit here. Then you can go back to your layout view like this. So you can see that AMA has been added here, and the Ghana district has been added here. Okay, so you can hold and drag it here a bit, and you can resize it a bit like this. You can resize it a bit like this. Okay, you bring it a little bit upwards like this. And then you can zoom to full extent. So you have something like this. Should I repeat the steps? Should I repeat it? All right, so I was saying that initially we're having only AMA. Okay, initially we're having only AMA. Okay, so you are going to add the file I just sent. Okay, you click on it, you click on the add data, and then you bring the file. Okay, you bring the file, which will cover your AMA. You change it to hollow. Okay, then you have this. Okay, then you bring it back to layout view. Then you have this. Okay, you bring it back to layout view. Then you have something like this. You can either zoom to full extent, which will show the whole of Ghana, or you can zoom to a particular extent like this, so that you can be able to see the AMA well. If you want something like this, it's okay. Okay, any of this is fine. Okay, so I'm repeating it again. The issue is from one data frame to another. Okay, let me remove this one. So initially we're like here, right? So you just go to insert, go to data frame, right? You click on AMA, hold, drag it into it, the new data frame. Okay. You click on the symbology, then you change everything to red, both the outline. You can change to any color. I'm just changing it to red, both the outline and then the fill color. It gives you like this, right? You add the data, the Ghana data. It gives you like this, right? You change the transparency of the Ghana district to hollow, something like this. Okay, then you switch back to layout view. Okay, so it's something like this. Then you can just arrange it well. Maybe just arrange it well to something like this. Okay, the reason why I'm leaving space here is because of the longitude and latitude signs. You can zoom to full extent. Okay, or you can zoom to where your district is if it's not visible. Something like this. You can zoom to where your district is. Something like this is also fine. Then you can use the palm to arrange it like something to a considerable extent. Okay, so it's all about just the arrangements. Okay, I can bring it a little bit down using the mouse. I think something like this is okay. Okay. So normally we use the palm, actually we use the palm to like just position it, okay? And then we use the cursor to position the whole frame. We use the cursor to position the whole frame, okay? So use the palm for the item within the frame, okay? You can use the palm for the item within the frame and use the cursor for the total, like the frame itself, positioning of the frame. Okay, I think something like this is okay for now. Okay. So now we have the AMA, we have where is the projection or the country that is located. Okay, so the next thing is that we need to add what the legend. Okay, so we need to add a legend. We need to add a legend, which is the key. Okay, so before you add a legend, you need to click on the AMA map. Okay, you click on the AMA map. Before you add the legend, please remember, click on the AMA map, go to insert, and then go to legend. Okay, click on the AMA map, go to insert, and then go to legend. Okay, so it displays the legends under the AMA data frame. Okay, so you have towns, roads, water bodies, and then AMA itself. Okay, you go to next. Okay, so it gives you the legend title. Okay, you can choose to leave it like that, or you can choose to delete it. Okay, you can choose to leave it like that, or you can choose to delete it, depending on what you want. Then you go to next. Okay, so here is actually if you want to add a background, a shadow drop, or a border. Normally I add border, so I'll just use border 0.5. Okay, you can add a shadow drop or anything that you want, it's fine. But I'm just using this. You click on next. Okay, then you click on next. Okay, then you click on what? Finish. So it displays what? The key. Okay, should I repeat these steps again? Should I repeat this one again? Okay. So we want to add a legend. Okay, we want to add a legend. Okay, to add a legend, you click on the AMA map. Okay, you click on it. You go to insert. Under insert, you see what? Legend, this one. Okay, you select the legend. So insert, and then you select the legend. It displays this for you, right? Okay, so these are the items in the AMA. Okay, in the AMA map, we have the towns, the roads, water bodies, and stuff. Okay. All right, you can choose to arrange this one if you want to. Maybe if you want AMA to come up, you can bring AMA up like this using these arrows. Okay, if you want maybe AMA down, you can use the arrow to bring it down. If you want any other items, you can position it the way you want it. Okay, when you are done, you click on next. In cases where you have additional things in here that you don't want to add, you can just use this arrow to bring it back. For instance, if I don't want water bodies, I can use this arrow to remove water bodies. You can see that there's no water bodies. If I want it back, I can use this icon to bring it back. Okay. So if in cases where there are things which are not important, you can just use the arrows to remove them from the map. This one will show in the legend. These ones will not show. Okay. You can also choose to select the number of columns. If you have a lot of items, you can use 2 columns, 3, 4, 5 columns. Okay, but our items are only 4 or 5, right? They are 4. So we just need only 1 column. You click on next. Okay, so it gives you this the title. So the title is going to be legend. Okay, you can leave it as it is. Okay, but for me, I normally remove it. Okay, then you go to next. In this, you can add a boundary, okay, a border like this one to it. Okay, so I want to add a border to it. So I'll just use the border, and then you can select any of the borders you want. But I'm just using the first one. Okay, you can add a background if you want to, but I'm not going to use a background. You can add a shadow drop if you want to, but I'll leave it only at the border. The rest will be blank. I'll go to next. It displays the items for me. Okay, I go to next, and I go to finish. Okay, so it displays this for me. I can position it somewhere here. Like this. So I have the AMA, the towns, the roads, and then the water bodies. Okay, you can choose to increase the font, okay, by expanding it if you want to. If you want to expand it, you can expand it, it's fine. Using the cursor. Okay, so now we have the key, we have the region, and then we have the study area. So what else should we add to it? What else should we add? Based on your experience, what else should we add? The what? Okay, so the north arrow and the longitude and latitude, yeah. So let's add the north arrow first. So the same process, you click on the AMA, you go to insert, and then you choose what? The north arrow. You can choose any north arrow in here, it's fine. You can choose any north arrow in here, it's fine. So then, for instance, if I want to this one, I'll just choose this one. I'll bring it here. You can position it anywhere you want. I'm bringing it here, so I can make it a little bit bigger. Something like this is fine. And yeah, so just position it well if you want to, yeah. So yeah, so we have the north arrow now. What else do we need? The scale bar, okay, and then the longitude and latitude. Okay, so let's do the scale bar. Okay, same thing. I'll click on AMA. I'll go to insert. This time scale bar. You can choose any of the scale bars in here, any of them. So for instance, if you want this one, just click on it and then you choose it. So probably you can just position it down here or anywhere you want to. Okay, so now the next thing is to add, someone mentioned longitude and latitude. Okay, so that one is quite complex. So I need your attention. Yeah. To add the scale bar, okay, that one is not in insert. So you need to do a new process. Okay, so to add the scale, the longitude and latitude, you click on the map. Okay, you click on the map, the AMA map, you right click. Okay, you click on them, you left click and then you right click. You navigate to properties. Okay, which opens this for you. I'm repeating the steps again. To add the longitude and latitude, you click on the map. That's the AMA map, the main map. You right click on it. You select properties. It opens the properties dialog window for you. At the top here, you see what? Grades, this one. You see grades, right? Grades at the top here. Okay, you select that one. You select grades. Okay, so you can see that initially there's no grade in here. Okay, so you select new grades. You select new grades. Okay, so you have grades. Okay, so there are different types of what grades. But in this institution, you normally use the graphical. So let's leave it as graphical. Okay, so you will leave it as graphical. If you click on the other ones, you can see that it gives you other options in more projected. But I want the geographic. Okay, so this you leave it at grades. Okay, graphical. Sorry. When you are done, you click on next. Okay, so in this case, if you want the lines to appear, okay, on the map, the longitude and latitude lines, okay, you leave it here. But normally, I prefer just adding the labels, not the lines itself. Okay, so I'm going to select labels only. Okay, if you select graphical and labels, it's going to give you the lines, the intersectional lines. Okay, if you select only labels, it's going to give you the labels without the lines. So depending on what you want. I want it without the lines, so I'll just select labels. Okay, so you can choose to change the degrees, minutes, and seconds. But in this case, I'll leave it at default. Later, I'll come and change it because I want to see if it fits the map or not. So leave this one. Leave this one. Then just click on next. All right, so it gives you what? Major divisions and minor divisions. But in this case, I did not add the line, so I don't need to tackle this one. And it gives you the text. Okay, if you want to make it bigger or smaller, it depends on you. I like using 10, so I click on it and I choose maybe 10 or 8, depending on what you want. Okay, you can choose to bold and italize it. Let me bold and italize if you want to. I'll click OK, then I'll select next. All right, so this is basically giving you if you want to add some additional placement borders or not, but I don't want to add anything here, so I just click on finish. And it brings you back that has created a new graphical grade line. So just click apply and okay, it's asking you the transformation. Just click yes. And you see that it is giving you what? The grade lines. Should I repeat the steps again? Or it's okay? Should I repeat the steps again? I should repeat? Okay. Let me remove it. I'm moving the grids. Okay. So to add the grid lines, okay, you first click on the map, you right click, you go to properties, okay, you add a new grid, okay, or you just go to grids at the top here, click on it, you add a new grid. All right, you leave it at graphical, okay, you select next, okay. Here, you select labels only because we don't want the intersectional lines, okay. I'll click on next. I can choose to change the text style. Okay, I want maybe 10, the size to be 10. Maybe I want it to bold and italize. Okay. I'll click OK. I'll go on next, and I'll click finish, and I'll click apply. I'll just click yes, and you have something like this. Okay. But in this case, you can see that there are a lot of. In this case, you can see that there are a lot of longitude and latitude, right? They are too much. Okay. I want to reduce it. Okay. I want to reduce it, and you can see that some of the texts are entering into the what? Into the district layout projection. So I need to what? Orient this, okay, so that it doesn't enter into this one. Okay. So first, let's look at reducing this. Okay, first, then we look at orienting it. To reduce it, because there are too many here, right? You right click again, you go to properties. Okay. This time we have the graphical there, so we just go to the properties of the graphical. Okay. And here you will see intervals. Okay, intervals here. We want to expand the intervals so that I don't have so many longitude and latitude up there. Right, so I'll go to intervals. These are 30 what seconds, 30 seconds. So this represents degrees, minutes, and then this is seconds. Okay, you can see that the seconds, let's increase the minutes. You are just using your discretion. So maybe if I want to increase the minutes to 1 at the up there, and then 1 at the top there. Okay, so the minutes 1. I'm just making a guess. Okay, so I'll apply it. I'll click on OK, and I'll apply it and see if it will change. Okay, it has changed a bit, but it's still too many, right? Yeah, so still I'll go back again to properties, and then I'll change it to 2. I'll change it to 2, and I'll apply it, and I'll check again. I think this is better, right? Yeah, so it's better. It's better. Now, it's still entering. If I click OK, you can see that this is still entering. It is still entering. So I need to orient this one in such a way that it doesn't enter into this as well as this. Okay. So the same process, right click, I'll go to properties. I'll go to properties again. Under here, you can see labels, right? 1, 2, 3, the third option, labels. Okay. So you can see what vertical labels. This one is basically horizontal. So I want to make it vertical. Okay. And then this is the left and then the right side, right? The north and south, I think it's okay, right? Yeah, so I want the left and then the right. So I want to orient the left to vertical and then the right to vertical, like this. Okay. I'm repeating the steps again. Graphical, I'll go to properties. I'll go to labels. Okay. You see that this one is horizontal, but I want to make it vertical so that it doesn't enter the legend and then the data frames. Okay. So at the last option, label orientation, I want to label, you can see that it's the vertical label, right? I want vertical label the left and then vertical label the right. That's what I'm doing. So the left and then the right. Then I'll click OK, then apply. So you have this, right? You have this. So you can see that when I click OK, you see that it is it has oriented in such a way that it's not entering into the what? The 5.5 is a glitch. It's just a glitch. It's just a glitch. It's supposed to be removed, but it's just a glitch. Yours will not have that, but I'm sure the computer is quite tired. So yeah, so you have this, and then you have that. All right, now the last thing to do is that we want to project this one to this. Okay, we want to project this one to this. To project this one to that, we need a tool called the draw tool. Okay. We don't have a draw tool here, but we are going to bring the draw tool in here. Okay, so to bring the draw tool, you have to go to customize at the top here. Okay, customize this one. Customize this one. You have to go to customize this one. We are going to bring the draw tool. So that normally in maps, you see that they've projected this to here with a box. Okay, we are going to do that. But we don't have the draw tool now. So we need to bring the draw tool. So in the menus here, you see draw tool, the last but third option. Okay, you click on the customize, and then under customize, you go to toolbars. I'm repeating the steps again. To bring the draw tool, you go to customize, go to toolbar. We are looking for to draw this one. Okay, these two. Okay, we are looking for draw these two. You click on it. You go to customize, you go to toolbars, you go to draw. Okay. So you can see that I've added draw tool in here. Okay, you can drag it and then add it to your tool system like this. Okay, so we see the draw. Initially it was like this, right? So you can click, hold, drag it, and put it somewhere up here like that and leave it. Okay, so you have the draw tool here. Okay. Now we want to project this one to this one. Okay. We want to project this one to, you can see that the glitches is gone. Yeah, so we want to project this one to this one. Okay, so first we use the square. Okay, and then we hold the square, drag it a bit. We are just giving it a box like this. Should I repeat the steps again? Okay. Well, where did it go lost so that I go back? Is it the draw? You have the draw ready? All right. Let me bring it back and then let me close it. All right. We want the draw tool. Okay. So you go to customize. You go to toolbar. Draw. Okay. You see the draw tool there. You select it. It appears like this, right? Okay. You can just drag it and put it anywhere up there and you leave it. Okay. So you can see under the draw tool, you have something like a box rectangle here. This one. You click on the rectangle. Okay, you click on the rectangle. You go towards the second frame. Okay, you just give it. You go to a considerable distance. You click, you hold, you drag it. Okay, you leave it. Okay, you can bring it up a bit. I want it to cover the whole of AMA. Something like this. Okay, you right click. After that, you go to properties. Under the color fill or fill color, choose no color. And then maybe you can choose the color outline to be any color. Okay, let me choose maybe magenta or pink. I click on apply. You can see that it's covering AMA. You can position it well, bring it down a bit, expand it a bit like this. We have something like this. Should I repeat these steps again? Or it's okay? I should repeat. Okay. Now we want to what? We want to identify our study area in the second data frame. Okay, so to do that, I'm repeating the steps. Okay, we need a draw tool, which I showed you how to bring it, right? Under the draw tool, there's something called rectangle. This one. You click on it. Okay, you go to a considerable distance. You click and then you drag it for it to cover it. Then you release it. Okay. Now it's covering the whole area. Okay, we just want the outline, not the fill color. You right click on it, navigate to properties. Under properties, you see fill size. Okay, that's the symbol. You change it to what? No color. You don't want the colors in here. Okay, the outline, you can choose any outline color. Okay, and then you click on apply. You see that you have what? The map box indicating, right? You can see the map box. You can choose any color you want. Okay. The last thing to do is that we want to link the arrows, right? We want to link the arrows. To link the arrows, you change just beside the rectangle. You just click on it like this. There's an icon there. You click on it and you change it to line. It's first on rectangle. You change it to line. Okay, you change it to line like this. So first it was on rectangle. You just click on the arrow just close to it. You change it to line. Okay, so you click on the edge of AMA here, right? Here it's following you. Then you can link it to this one. like this. Okay, then you double click. So you have it linking this one. Okay, then you do same to the down there, like this. Then you link it to what this, like that, like this. So you are telling them that this one is the same as this one is the same as that. Should I repeat these steps again? Okay, let me remove it. This one and then that one. Okay, so you want to link it. Okay, this represents this. This represents that. Okay, so you want to draw an arrow to link this one and draw an arrow to link that one to show that this is where my study area is. Okay, so to do that, here initially it was rectangle, right? There's an arrow beside it. Click on it, go to line. Okay. Yeah, so you are going to click on the edge of this line. Okay. Okay, like it's following you, right? You send it to this one. Okay, you send it to this one. You double click. Okay, you click on the line again. You go to the last edge of this one. You click on it. You send it to this one because you are trying to tell them that this edge is the same as this edge and this edge is the same as that edge. So you click on it. You double click and you have something like this. Okay, something like this. You can position this one also well. Okay, so you have this linking to this and that linking to that. So most of the time, study area maps, to meet the standard of study area map, you need to indicate that your study area is located in this country and in this district. Okay. Yeah, so something like this is fine. So right now you're done with your study area. You are done with your study area. Now, what you can do is you can also try to add what you call a neat line. Okay, mostly a border around your grid lines. Okay, a border around your work. So to add a neat line, you click anywhere outside the map, like here or here, anywhere outside. Just click anywhere outside. Okay, and then you click on insert. Then you see neat line. Okay, I'm repeating the steps again. To add a neat line, you want to add another inner border. Okay, if you want to, this is optional. You click anywhere outside the map. Okay, anywhere outside the map. This one like this. You go to insert. You go to neat line. Okay, so it gives you option. You can add a neat line with a background color like this, but I don't like background, so I'll leave it as either white or none. Okay, I just want a border like this, which is fine. Maybe I want 0.5. Then I'll click OK. So you see, I see that it has added what a border line, an inner border line. Okay, you can choose to bring this a little bit closer, like this. This one is optional, so that one you can choose to do that or leave it. Yeah, so you have something like this. So there's another inner border line around your work. Okay, so with this, you are done with the study area map. Okay, then you can export it. You can export your study area map. So the same thing, file, then you go to export. Okay, you go to export. So you can save it anywhere in your file or in your folder. Okay, so you can name it maybe AMA study area or something. Okay, then you can save it in your file. So for instance, if I want to save it in the RS data or any GIS data, I can save it anywhere here. So I'll just save it in there. So once you're done, you just save it. Once you're done, you just save it. Okay. Also, if you want to save your work too, you can just save your work if you want to. Yeah. Then when you are done, you can check if your work has been saved. So I'll just go back to my folder. Okay, so this is a file I saved. So if I open it, I have this as my study area map. So you can see my inner border showing, my longitude, latitude, everything is showing. So basically, this is how we create a standard study area map for your work or your paper. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So what's question? There's a problem. Yeah, I should go to next. Yeah, just go to next again. Go to next. Yeah. And go to finish. So all of them is there, right? Yeah. So yes, yeah. Okay. So this is basically how we create a study area map. Any other questions so far? So now you are experts in creating study area maps. Okay.
I still have this stuff. Not
Yeah.
clear. How can I make this clear? Or how can I reduce it?
You mean the
Those lines.
yeah? So you right click, and then right click properties, and then properties again. There's another properties there. You have two grids. You have to remove one.
Which one?
And yeah. Then you go to properties. No, properties of the other one, not this one. The first one. Click on this first. Yeah, just a minute, I'm coming. And then intervals, yeah, you can reduce it. Then
It's not working. Look, when I click.
okay. What? Your country.
Not for Accra.
Okay, okay,
Because when I lost last week,
okay.
I missed
Yeah. Thank you.
existing.
Which one are you coming? Which one? Mm. Which one is not coming here? Ah, okay, so you click back to data view. Go to back to the data view. It's down there. No, let's click on it. No, this one. Where is your this one? Yeah, so just click on data view and then you bring it there. Okay, so from tomorrow, I think you're going to start with Google Earth Engine. So sorry, from next week. Sorry, next week. So next week, the Google Earth Engine trainer will come and then take you to the Google Earth Engine. Okay, so that will be all for my section, and I wish you all the best in your research. If there are no other questions, we can end the class and then probably see you next week.